Hi, here we have the comparisons between the Mark 4 original on the right hand side and the new Mark 4.2 on the left hand side. You can see it's slightly taller, has a longer leather strap so it's easier to carry, and you can see at the right hand side there of the 4.2 the antenna, the extra antenna, which is used for the EM static detector that's built into the box now. Plus on the side of the case is the plastic phone carrier, and you'll also see that it's got its own, if I can zoom in a little bit, there we are, it's got its own external FM antenna now, which is extendable here at the back. There you go. To pick up a better reception really. And the good thing about it is that we're trying to find here is that it's giving us extra validation really with the responses that I've done a series of checks and made sure that everything's working correctly. There is no way, because of the shielding that's inside this, that the static antenna is picking up anything but external static. As you can see, you can move it quite away from the box. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little bit difficult. Just 1 second. Show you a nice picture of a plant while I do that. There you go, look. So it can extend away from the box in any direction. Okay, and that will pick up a static charge. The test, which I'll be showing later on, is with the sellotape test, so to speak, where you just put a piece of tape, pull it off the reel and put it close to the antenna, and it will light up the lights, or should I say, in this it's a negative charge, so it'll make the lights go out. The two lights are at the bottom that indicate the static charge on the new Mark 4.2. So there you can see it's very similar, a little bit larger. It's got a larger button display, control panel there, and it's basically does the same thing. It runs through the FM frequency mode and waveband, should I say, and picks up snippets of information and brings them through. Now the good thing is, you may find that you'll get snippets come through and the static will go off at the same time, because you can operate both together, and that is good validation. I'll be demonstrating all this later on to show you that it does work correctly. It's not picking up the electromagnetic field from the actual unit itself. I've put enough shielding down the cables to stop that, and with the extra antenna moving it into a field further away, about a foot away from the box, we are picking up things that are external. I don't know if this is done before. I think it has been done before with other boxes, but I've just found that with this one it does work really, really well. Okay, so there you go. There's the new one that's going to be, I'm still selling the Mark 4, so people that want that, it'll be at a cheaper price, which I've already reduced to quite a low price now. But the 4.2, because of the extra features, will be slightly more expensive. But still, good quality ghost box, and something that's very practical that you can take around on your ghost hunts. And yeah, there you go. Sorry the picture's a little bit dark in here. I'm actually in my kitchen at home, so it's difficult to get any light in here at the moment. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will be coming up with more videos to demonstrate the 4.2 very soon. Okay, thank you. Hi guys, again, this is a demonstration of the static EM detector really that's built into the MK4.2 post box now. You see the two lights there lit up at the bottom, they're on all the time that the unit's on. So you can see them very clearly in the dark and that. And you'll see extending out there, you can move this antenna around in any direction really, away from the box or close to the box. It is shielded inside the box as mentioned before, so you won't be picking up any EM static from the actual operation of the box itself, the components that are inside it. So we're just looking to pick up any variations in the static field around the box. So I'm going to give a little demonstration here. I'm going to do the sellotape test that gives a quick test really to show that it does work with the static. You'll see the rubber sellotape that I'm using there on the side of the table. So I've just stuck this to my chest, you won't be able to see that, but I'm just going to take it off. There you might have heard that being pulled off. And it'll come into view now. You see the sellotape there, and I'm going to try and get both so everything's in. It's very difficult because I'm trying to hold this and sort of really put it on my selfie stick. And as I wave it, just a minute, the sellotape, I've had it stuck to my hand for about 5 minutes, so it's probably lost its charge. If you can just bear with me a second, I'll just put the camera down for a second, sorry about this. But it's all a live test to show there's no tomfoolery or anything. There you go, we're back on with the box again and the antenna. It's very difficult because I'm miles away from the actual thing. There you go, look, as I wave the sellotape in, if I can catch one of, there you go, right, you can see at least one of the lights there, and as the sellotape goes towards the antenna, I'm about 6 inches away from the antenna there, you can see that the lights do actually fluctuate. Okay, and there's the sellotape. There's nothing else going off here apart from me using a piece of static emitting sellotape. Okay, so there you go. You can see it all works perfectly. You can turn it off by the 9-volt switch at the back, and I suppose the best thing to do here really is to just turn on the other side of the radio unit for you. You see that's on now, and we'll turn on the actual thing itself, and I'll show you that the static thing still works at the same time. Just turn it. There you go, that's sweeping through the radio frequencies. Very steady and difficult to do with one hand. So there you go, so I'm going to try and come down here so you can see everything. And there you can see, look, even though it's sweeping through, okay, it's still picking up the static field separate from the actual unit itself. Okay. So there you go, that's the new feature for the MK4. Just turn that off a second. When you do these tests, you end up with loads of bits of sellotape you could be using on your parcels. That's the only thing. Anyway, there you go, there's the MK4.2, and there's the static test that is incorporated and built into the new box. The other feature I've mentioned before in the other videos, it's got a pod now to put your phone with your apps on in there and carry it around with you, or keep it close so it's not lying down on any uneven surface or anywhere. Okay, nice new leather handle, extending FM aerial there as well at the top. But really this is a test for the